gauntlet going to be thrown from Uzi and Ming. When you have a Leona, you have to say yes. Should be noted, though, that he doesn't have the Ignite. He's taken that in the past and still has the Exhaust hovered.
Once again, even a forward ward in lane to see Easy Hoon. As Let Me just harassing Lone. That's actually going to be the Dominus being used. Spangy walks forward, but Yihan's on the way. Flash is used. Let Me is going low. Tries to pop himself up, and Long goes down to first blood. Spangy's able to get the trade, though. 1 for 1, but first blood onto Let Me. Yihan looks for a little bit of punishment here. Spangy's walking under. And now Ming shows himself up mid. Very easy stun. Flash cleanse from Easy Hoon gets it out.
That means they trade first blood just in time there. But what I find quite funny is that Renekton...
Oh, they're diving Endless. Poor guy. Gets an arrow onto Ming, but a single turret shot is not enough to kill Ming.
Just oversteps.
Are looking strong.
But the thing is that RNG's vision is actually in the wrong place right now, but hold on.
Trying to force a fight onto Easy Hoon. Shockwave flings him back in after he is caged down. Yihan says, I'm helping.
And instead of using the space to just immediately put Camille bottom, they rotate her mid, but now top side.
Yeah, they're trading it for a kill onto Uzi. Vici and Hatong, Bengi and Hatong are able to follow up. Let Me follows over the wall. Arrow finds Ming, but Let Me continues to chase. Yihan's there. Cocoon finds Bengi. Do they have the damage? There's the Zenith Blade locking him down, and Yihan again gets the execution.
Not only do they have the damage, but they have the cease over bottom side. And it opens up abilities like this.
Again, the Hextech ultimatum onto Easy Hoon. He's flung back and executed by Xiaohu. Easy rotation, easy kill.
But that's why that vision is so pivotal there. So they know that they have the information to make that play.
Oh, the 80 carry dual Blade of the Ruined King is not completed for Endless, but he's able to, as he teleports up towards the top lane. No follow-up from Let Me available. Flash slow is not quite enough. Only manages to get it slow onto Hatong. Turns to stall out Long as best he can, and Uzi is left for dead. Ming says, sorry, mate.
Ming tried his best to use the zoning ultimate. He caught 2 members, but
Long, I've seen this before. This time he flashes over and doesn't hesitate at all. Quick cleanse from Xiaohu. Doesn't have flash, but the arrow from Endless. Downtown snipe.
And now they have finally caught the primary wave clear as well as the mid lane member. What do Vici do with the advantage? Do they try?
Yeah, but he's fine with that. Misses the Zenith Blade, but Long is snared. Very tanky, trying to Dominus to keep himself up, but dies into the turret. Finally, it's cleared, but Let Me dives onto Endless in the back before separating the ultimatum. Repel from Yihan to avoid this as Let Me walks out of the Chaos Storm. And the quick turnaround, Bangy's the target. Let Me goes back in. They are so low, and Endless says, thank you for spoon-feeding me these kills. He flashes forward in this. Oh, and dives to the minions in the meanwhile. Easy Hoon tries to follow up. Hatong, pay attention to your surroundings, mate. That was a free kill if you caught him in midair. So it was actually the Spiderlings. I was mistaken. Long is caught split pushing. Xiaohu shows up. Not even going to waste the Hextech ultimatum. It's a lot of damage, but he finally drops to Let Me.
And unfortunately, Vici aren't in position to make use of the fact that You calm down.
I wanted, like, perhaps there are people watching who don't quite get the reference. Meanwhile, it looks like Vici are going to force the trade here. They rush towards the Baron and start it off. Forget Mountain Drake, take the big objective. They're burning through it real quick, but here comes Ming.
But they can't burn through it quick enough, and now they're against Orianna, Leona, in a small choke point.
Oh man, Let Me gets in, turns onto Easy Hoon and knocks him down. There's the shockwave to follow up. Long is in the back on Xiaohu as Uzi is silenced, but he just cannot buy enough time. Uzi is firing shot after shot. And will clean up another one. Ming eats some damage before Long finally gets topped off by the Guardian Angel. In fact, he will finish off Ming before finally getting cleaned up by the rest of RNG. So, 4 versus 2, Bengi's got Smite.
Okay, here's the thing though. Oh, hold on. 14, level 14.
He's over the wall,
no!
Goes down. It's Uzi who gets it, and he doesn't even get a kill on the backside of it.
Okay, I wanted to pause and see if Bengi would get the smite steal there, but I didn't get it, so they could turn and burst down the Baron, which also makes sense because he can't really burst it at this point.
Yeah, meanwhile, Easy Hoon is locked in a cage. Let Me hangs on the wall while the actual Spider-Man finishes the kill. Endless gets pinned forward as Ming and Uzi shut him down as well. A quick 2 kills after the Mountain Drake was picked up on the side. 7,000 gold lead for RNG. Continue breaking it down. Finally, Baron wears off. Let Me solo kills. Meanwhile, they push forward. Chain of Corruption misses. They dive on the Easy Hoon. He drops Zanya's. Uzi eats a lot of damage and dies to Bangi. Chaos Storm is not enough to kill Xiaohu in the back as he survives. Yihan cleans up that kill onto Endless. Let Me dives into the back. That's the ace onto Vici. Very little celebration as they turn their way onto the next turret and close out game number 1 against Vici Gaming.
My favorite part about that was how Ming left Uzi on his own to duel them, went over and helped his mid laner there, but in priority because of that keystone, so no surprise to see him kind of return to that.
Final pickup for Easyhoon is Vladimir. He gets a chance. Yihan is actually invading the blue buff for Vici, and you can see all of Vici are collapsing. Yihan just hops right back over the wall. Xiaohu ghosts to follow up Flash Hook as they've caught Endless. He doesn't have his Flash because he used it earlier. Just used heal. That's a quick shield. They're trying to get the execution. First blood as Yihan follows through. Bengi is running. He's got Flash. He's chased. Red buff. Yihan does not chase with a flash of his own. Bengi's under turret.
Which is fairly long. I believe it's about 12 seconds, maybe 16 seconds on first level. He can trade quite effectively.
Dashes back in, forces the flash, turns it around, looks for first blood,
no!
but eats a turret shot. Long. Oh, look at that face. He doesn't quite make it there. Arrow misses. That's a cocoon. Xiaohu's going to eat some damage. He used both his sums. Hemoplague is ticking down. Bengi's looking for the execution. Oh, it gets stunned. Xiaohu makes it under the turret just fine. Meanwhile, Long is again being dived by Yihan. Oh, RNG. So hard. Xiaohu almost single-handedly 1v2 scares Bengi, Hatong, and Easyhoon back. Arrow misses, and he tries to burst down Hatong, doesn't quite have enough. Manages to land the stun, but still gets a 1v2. Still no sign of Ming. He's on the far side as Long teleports in. And Xiaohu, what are you doing? That's not allowed! Okay, finally he goes down. Easyhoon makes it worth 1-for-1. Ming forced to flash away.
Talent that they have in the roster, as opposed to, you know, really mixing something up strategically. Is now Endless. Goodbye, sweet prince.
Turret, but that's not going to save you. Ming juggles the turret aggro perfectly, so King Uzi
chase down all of the mistakes that his team are making.
Long races in and finds Ming, but Easyhoon catches Xiaohu. Hemoplague might be enough to kill him as he runs out of the fight. Knock up on the Yihan. Arrow finds Ming. He is locked down. This is a quick set of kills out of Vici. 5 versus 2. Uzi and Let Me try to walk back in. Xiaohu looks to collapse, eats an arrow and a cocoon to the face, but that means the CC is all gone. Exhaust might be enough, or it might not. Endless dies to the unleashed power of Xiaohu.
Yihan's getting the bloodthirsty craze as well. You know,
and they're still trying to play around it a little bit. They've almost got the arrow. Hook catches Hatong as Endless sidestep. Chains of Corruption misses, but Easyhoon flanks. It was a trap all along. In the back line, he almost gets Xiaohu, but it's not enough. He eats a stun and tries to get in. Long tags onto Yihan, dives into the back. He's got a lot of health, and Uzi is firing shots. Dies to Endless meanwhile. Double Zanya's Let Me can't quite follow up. Cocoon locks him down. He dies as Yihan finally punishes Long.
And Easyhoon goes Super Saiyan right there.
Its health rather quickly. There's no vision from RNG. They start creeping forward. Yihan cheats up. Blue buff locked down. Meanwhile, Baron's down to 3,000 health. They see this is happening. Piercing arrow finds Endless. Collateral damage is not enough. They get the Baron. Long races in and finds Xiaohu, tags him into the back. Knock up onto Yihan and Uzi. He manages to kill Xiaohu and continues to chase forward. Easyhoon drops Zanyas. He's flanking in the back. Uzi trying to clear him out, but Long is not stopping.
There is nothing RNG can do against Vici's composition right now. They are far too tanky and they do far too much damage. Between the superficial tank stats that someone like Vladimir has, that someone like Kled has, in tandem with also then having a Lulu, it's just disgusting.
It looks like they're actually sacrificing the top inhibitor to push out the side waves, though it's 5 members of Vici Gaming and a large minion wave. They're continuing to step forward. Here they go, onto the Nexus turrets. Are Vici Gaming going to take us to a game 3 here? Uzi is the target. They're moving onto the Nexus turret. Redemption to top themselves off. Ming is there, but they're turning onto the Nexus itself. Bengi goes down. Easyhoon falls, but Long finishes off the Nexus, off the back of Skarl and Kled himself. Vici bring us to game 3.
Self-sufficient lane like you're alluding to, you know, Ezreal, Lulu, very safe. But again, Vici have already shown their hand. We are going to dive, and we have a lot of power.
Quick reaction from RNG. They've got so much vision on the bottom side and are going to collapse on Bengi. He's stunned against the wall. Oh man, what a standoff. He goes up and down, turns it around, tries to get Xiaohu, and that's a first blood. Long is able to stand united onto Bengi and follow up. Yihan used his flash already. Easyhoon will get some punishment here.
Finish the sentence. And then I remember that I'm on air.
Oh man, some fries. as Long will actually
Cask.
use his flash. Cask knocks him
Stun.
back.
Ult.
Oh,
You're
he's going to
dead.
dodge an auto attack, but that's not going to do too much for you there. He's stunned up, auto attack. Wears off as the dodge field falls.
And
Meanwhile,
and in response,
to make it over, but this is now Vici Gaming trying to back away. As you said, Xiaohu still has ulti, concussive blows, tags, let me. And the power unleashed is denied by Bengi as he pops up, follows down, and Yihan tries to execute, will secure that kill. Meanwhile, Endless is being kept at bay by Uzi, almost single-handed here. Looks like RNG might try to force a fight onto EasyHoon. He proto-belts in and immediately regrets it. Hemoplague tries to stall it out a bit. He's got no sums though. There's a Stand United, but the power unleashed is enough.
Too little, too late. So, and now, are they going to force Let Me to burn his teleport because
EasyHoon just used his ghost. He's pinging on the way in, but RNG are going the other way. He's looking for Xiaohu in the back. Does he have enough to burst him down? There's Stand United, but EasyHoon and Long are separated from the rest of the team. Let Me is being picked off by Endless. Doesn't even get the honey fruit. Meanwhile, EasyHoon did drop down, and Xiaohu is still standing. Uzi chases forward as he's firing shots over the wall. It's 4 versus 4. Continuing to keep tabs on Let Me, and here comes the collapse from Vici Gaming. Endless walks up. Let Me is going to route pack. Gets caught by the stun, concussive blows. He gets a cast, but is still stunned out. Body Slam is almost ready, and he in fact dies. Meanwhile, they try to force a fight in the mid lane. They managed to kill EasyHoon as Yihan did.
Zanya's complete because consistently Long has been TPing, or excuse me, ulting onto Vladimir. And the Zanyas will keep him alive that much longer.
Ooh, the power unleash barely does anything as Long flashes over the wall and rides the cast to safety. Xiaohu's set to follow though, but there's still a tier 1 there. Oh, he's gonna look for the dive. Stun, locks him down. Xiaohu eats a few turret shots. He sidesteps. It just takes a little bit. The skill shot finally follows through and Xiaohu kills Long.
Committed so hard to that. Here we go, though. They've got the control wards set up. Their sweepers are back online. They can punish.
Oh, they immediately leap onto Bangi. True Shot Barrage finds a lot. That's Zanya's from Bangi. Long gets in and knocked right on back. EasyHoon heals himself back up, but Bangi pinned against the wall drops to Xiaohu. Meanwhile, they're firing at Uzi, who is just in the shooting gallery, firing across. Headshot after headshot. He drops Long up first before scaring the rest of Vici back, and not a single member of RNG died.
That's the big thing. Xiaohu survived all of that. Hit a clutch scatter of the week to delay Long getting the taunt onto him. They've now turned into the Baron, but EasyHoon is still alive and Endless is still healthy.
Yeah, this is really risky. Endless has to leap back behind the Unbreakable as Uzi is going to chase them away. Flash!
He's got
Q!
E. He's got
Endless follows up. Arcane Shift. He misses one, gets the Blade of the Ruined King for a second. Uzi now looks for EasyHoon. 1 versus 3 he's going and goes in. That's the pool. The damage. Is it enough? Zanya's stalling out. Uzi needs to get out of there, but he has his team support. Not only does he have the Baron, he has the 1v3.
Creeps? Nope, they're just going to approach it as 5.
Yeah, they push it forwards. That's a cast as Let Me forces the fight. Uzi eats a Hemoplague as EasyHoon tries to get into the back. Ming is so low and actually dies as Uzi is now going to try to turn this around with Yihan and Let Me. Xiaohu's flanking on the side looking for an opening, but they did kill EasyHoon in the meanwhile. Yihan brings the minions forward to the Nexus turrets, and why kill them when you can kill their base? The inhibitor turret falls and Uzi starts working towards the Nexus turrets and then towards the Nexus itself. Here comes Vici Gaming. They have to fight this here. Long clearing out the super minions, backs against the wall. Shadow Dash finds Let Me as Hatong leaps in. Uzi is exhausted, but they are still losing health and they are still losing the fight. That's the ace out of Vici Gaming. Triple kill from Xiaohu, and the Nexus goes down. RNG close out the set against Vici Gaming.
And I know it was Xiaohu that got that triple kill.